How's it going, everybody, and welcome to some more Raid Shadow Legends. Today, I wanted to go over one of the core champions that is in my welcome pack. And if you download the game with my link, and I'll have the promo in a second, one of the characters you're going to get is Stag. He's the first free epic for my code. And I just want to talk about what is so helpful about him to start out, because I specifically chose him because I've had him for a while and he's been really helpful, and I wanted any player that's getting started from watching my videos to have a great start too. So as soon as they let him be an option for me, I can't pick any epic in the game. I can't give you Geomancer, I can't give you Deacon. Stag Knight was an easy choice. And he's an all-rounder. So we're gonna look at the best way to build him, his abilities, and how he actually is helping you out. So first thing, his default skill, pretty helpful. And if you're coming from Galaxy of Heroes, a lot of these kits might not stand out to you because they're a lot more simple and generalized, and something that is actually quite good might seem underwhelming. So it's basic, called default skill in Raid. Attack one enemy 2 times, so single target, double hit. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a decreased speed debuff for 2 turns, and that chance goes up as you level up his abilities to about 50%, I think. Damage based on attack. So right there, that is actually a very significant debuff. There's plenty of ways to get it, but it's not extremely rare, but it's very nice on a basic ability. It's more powerful of a buff in Raid than Galaxy of Heroes because it's decreased 30%. It works on, some bosses, not all bosses, but it's just going to be a way to get a step ahead of the competition, especially on single target enemies that are big guys. His AoE, or his only special, he's only got 2 active abilities. Attacks all enemies. Has a 70% chance, goes up to, I think, 95%, once you've leveled up all his abilities, of placing a 60% decreased debuff and a 50% decreased defense debuff and a 50% decreased attack debuff. Might not sound huge if you're new to Raid, but Raid Shadow Legends is all about landing a large variety of debuffs on enemies and buffing yourselves up. It's not cookie cutter factions like Galaxy of Heroes, cookie cutter teams. It's just trying to combine as many of these key buffs and debuffs as possible. And that's huge. It literally increases the damage they're taking while decreasing what they're giving by an equal amount. And it's everybody. And it's a very high chance. So really, really strong. And there's one more modifier he's going to give to really help you out. This is his passive, or his unique, Galaxy of Heroes terms. Places a 50% increased accuracy buff on an ally for 1 turn each time the ally has a debuff resisted by an enemy. That's huge. Accuracy is not the chance to land a hit in this game. There's not really any stat that's dodge chance or accuracy. This is like potency in Galaxy of Heroes, the chance that you actually land a debuff. And with how important debuffs are in this game, that is massive. This is a very rare ability that puts him over the top in terms of usefulness, because you could use one move with an ally that you don't care about too much, but it has a chance to land a debuff if you resist at all, or if anyone resists. Say you do an AoE debuff, then you're going to get an increased accuracy to make sure the second time it lands. And accuracy is just very important. It's a huge stat. It's something you cannot take lightly. And you might be tempted to, if you're a Galaxy of Heroes player, you might dismiss it, but very, very impactful. So we got decreased speed, decreased defense, decreased health. Literally the amount of times you're taking turns, how fast you're taking turns, how much damage you're doing, and how well you can protect yourself. I mean, what else can you want? And then adding the chance to land those crippling debuffs. So off to a great start with our Stag Knight. Hey everybody, if you're enjoying following along my Raid Shadow Legends journey and you want to play, start a new account, download the game with my link in the description, or scan a QR code to receive a free legendary Tholen Vow Beard upon download. Epic Stag Knight at level 10, Epic Firekin at level 20, and to go or at level 30. It's going to change the way you play. Download my link now with my link now, and new players will get those characters. Thanks, guys. Now let's see what an online guide says. This is hellhades.com. It's not the most appetizing name, I'll admit, but this is kind of like the Swigga.gg of Raid Shadow Legends. You go to this site to just brief up on a character, see recommendations for them. So I'm going to read through how it describes this guy and some recommendations for masteries to give him, what relics to give him, artifacts, which are like mods, and all that. So this is the summary. Stag Knight is a top-tier Bannerlord's epic that brings one of the most valuable debuff combinations in the game. Like I said, with AoE decreased defense, it doesn't have AoE decreased speed, but he has decreased attack AoE. Speed is single target. Plus a progression-friendly accuracy-boosting passive that makes him reliable across nearly all PvE content. And that is probably the biggest thing, because in this game, as a new player, PvE is king. So anything that's not just facing other players, which is the majority of the game, there's actually a surprisingly small amount of PvP. Endgame players, endgame YouTubers for Raid Shadow Legends will be very focused on PvP. That's because once you beat everything, or the most part, all that's left is facing other players. So even though they don't have a Grand Arena equivalent, it's like Arena, Live Arena, that's still a big focus. But for everything we're looking at, we want to focus PvE. That's just my recommendations. He gets a rating of like at least 3 stars all the way up to 4.5 stars on like every area. Dungeons are huge as a beginner player. Spider, Fire Knight, Dragon, those are your, and Ice Golem, those are your artifacts and accessories. Iron Twins, that's how you get soul summons for red stars. Sand Devil and Shogun Grove, that's how you get extra boost, like slicing mats kind of, for your artifacts. Great on a variety of bosses in Doom Tower, Grim Forest, Demon Lord is okay. Some of this says waves. That whenever you see waves, that means like 5 enemies at a time, not a boss. They don't give him a rating for that, but I do think he's decent in controlling that. So we're gonna go to the bottom first. This is like how to mod him. And like I said just now, we want to look at PvE as opposed to PvP. So PvE is the vast majority of the game. As a new player, that's going to be what you're focused on. Accuracy, speed, and HP percentage. Those are the stats you want to chase. For damage dealers, that's where you go into like attack, crit chance, crit damage. And crit chance and crit damage, or crit rate and crit damage, are way more important in this game than Galaxy of Heroes. But he's like a supporting unit. You don't want to really build into damage with him. Although he does have decent damage. You want to make him survive, land his debuffs, and take turns. And then the sets they're going to recommend is Lifesteal. That's a really beginner one. I wouldn't necessarily go with that because that's kind of like Health Steal. It's like you damage, you get some healing back from it. Speed, accuracy, and perception is more so what I'd recommend. So we'll see what we have on my account when I look at my artifacts. Relics, this one, I don't have any of this one. Like, these recommendations are hard to get. I would just go for a relic that has accuracy, speed, and HP at the beginning. And then if you do get a blessing for him, which is red stars, pretty much the consensus recommendation for a lot of epic units is cruelty. And I'll look at that in a second, just because it's a pretty strong blessing. So here we're going to take a look at the blessing. So the blessing is, so normally you get a character, they have gold stars. So like right when you unlock, it's just plain yellow gold stars. You can ascend them and get these pink stars or purple. They look pink to me. And then if you get lucky, and it's completely random, and you can choose to give the same resources to any character, get them the pink stars. Red stars completely luck based. You pull it, and this is not normal. I completely lucked out with my Stag Knight, get 6 red stars. It's amazing, but no matter how many stars you have, you can choose a blessing. They all give the same stat boosts. There's rare blessings that are like the blue border, there's the purple border for epics, and then the gold border, orange border, whatever, for legendary. So you cannot pick a legendary blessing for an epic, but you can pick a rare if you want. But cruelty is usually the one to go for, because whenever you hit an enemy, decrease their defense until the end of the round, once per hit. The more stars you have, the better it is. At 1 star, it's by 1%, up to 10% for champions, 5% for bosses, all the way at 6 star, which I have. 4% per hit, 40% for champions total max, and then 20% for bosses. And then you get these stats. So like HP is the first one, which is nice because that's kind of the best one. I think for a generalist perspective, you can get attack, defense, crit damage, resistance, and accuracy are on the 5 stars, and then the 6 star is speed, which is great. So all that you want to balance. The Relic is kind of like a simple, you get one and you apply it. It has an effect on it and it has stats. This is the one I use. I would just go for anything that has accuracy and HP. This I got from making relics from Grim Forest materials. But if you need a starter one, I think this one's okay. I mean, it starts with HP or anything that has HP and attack in the first 2. Because I only have this leveled up to level 9. but I'm getting lots of extra accuracy and HP, and where it has a 20% chance to ignore 10% of the target's resistance when applying debuffs. Doesn't sound like a lot, it's not really, but it's something. It's just an effect that will be applicable to this guy. And how I have him modded, it's a complex way. It's like this whole big table, because it's like you start with the baseline and then you have all kinds of little boosts here and there. Sometimes it's for different areas, but each boost is a little bit downstream from the others to show the order of operations. I don't know where to put my portrait out of the way. I have a big HP focus and accuracy focus. You don't have to don't worry about getting exactly these levels as like a new player. Like it's pretty out of reach until you play for a while. 400 accuracy, which I think is quite high. 85,000 HP almost, also quite high. 286 speed, I think that's quite high for just a supporting unit. 3,300 attack. I did have him modded for crit rate before, but it's like something I just thought like everyone needed crit rate, but you probably don't need to focus on that for him. He's got a little bit of crit damage. Some of that's just from blessings, like right here. Only 30. This is the operative thing. What we're getting from artifacts or mods. So it's mostly HP, accuracy, and all that. The sets I've given him, we have perception, which is a good catch-all for debuffers. It's 5% speed, which isn't crazy because a speed set, both only 2 set pieces. Like a health mod or a defense mod, those would give 12%, but you also get 40 accuracy, which is important. Protection I added as a set because these rows down here, there's only a few special types that you can apply. So right here is a standard set that doesn't have any bonus. So right here we have an indicator of what a bonus is, and for these you show no bonus whatsoever. So I just go with what I can. A lot of HP primaries. Probably don't. This one's probably not like the best, but I went with protection. See, I only have one. Oops, not that. Issues with the OBS. I only have one artifact left for Bannerlords, and it's restricted by faction. So yeah, I got a few protection. Put a few more pieces on because they have good stats. HP percentage, primary, speed, and that's giving me some extra stats, resistance, HP, speed, and a chance to get a protected buff, which is just like protection up or something. Yeah, I have HP wherever I can. These are like the left side mods, where it's just always the same primary, but you know, trying to squeeze in as much speed, HP as you can. I'm not trying to give a complete breakdown of everything with Raid Shadow Legends as if someone's completely new, but that's how I have him geared up. And then masteries. There's a support tree, a defense tree, and an offense tree. You can pick 2. I usually always go down the left side of offense for most characters. For War Master as like a newer player facing a lot of PvE stuff, because it has a 60% chance of inflicting bonus damage equal to max HP. 10% against a normal champion, 4% against a boss. So this turns any character into a little bit of a damage dealer. So even if you don't have a modded for damage, you're getting a good bit there. And then going down the right side of these trees for anything to extend debuffs. There's a lot of this. This increases the base stat bonuses from like artifacts. So that's just how I have it modded. And now let's look at a little bit of practical application doing a run in some dungeons. So we're going to hop into Fire Knight first. I'll do stage 20 because, I don't know, I'm not trying to do the absolute hardest. So let's add in Stag Knight. Why he is particularly useful is he's got the decreased speed, I think is great. And I think the double hit on the basic is great. So you're not going to have all these characters as you start. I wish I could give you some of them, but I don't have that option. So first you got to get past a few waves. I have Deacon and Geomancer quite fast, but Stag Knight went in there, it applied defense down, really increased the damage we put out with AoE from my damage dealer. Mikey from Ninja Turtles. And we're going to turn off auto here and try to prep for that entry into the Fire Knight, because there is a way we can play it where it goes quite well for us. So I will use a basic when I get around to Stag Knight's turn. And also basic with Deacon because he does double hits. This number here, we're trying to get this to 0, and then he's going to drop a shield, and we're going to be able to do a lot more damage. Geomancer's here. he's better after the shield drops. That was just a single hit, but here with what's his face? Banner Stag Knight, we got a double hit there. Very nice. This is a double hit. And Shredder is a triple hit. So now that we have him exposed, I can do defense down with Deacon, and then we're going to remove Terminator with Geomancer. That's the whole thing. But now we apply speed down. So he's dropped his shield. If he takes a turn, he's going to get his shield back up. Geomancer remove turn meter. Stag Knight placing that speed down, almost basically ensuring that we're going to be able to take him down by the time without taking another turn. And Deacon can remove turn meter and boost our turn meter, which is, he's so good. I wish I could give him to everybody. Shredder is unfortunately out of reach as well. I'm just trying to show. See that 59,000 there? That was from War Master. 59,000. You're going to see the same number across different enemies or different allies hitting. It's significant. 9,200, not a lot. We're going to land War Master here. See, I got 37,000, 36,000 with him, and I don't have him really modded for crit chance or crit damage. And because of the speed down, I was able to get to yet another turn meter decrease with Geomancer. So this guy's just locked down. He's hopeless. He is dead in the water. So he's kind of a unique dungeon boss in that what's really valuable against him is multiple hits, turn meter reduction to an extent, but you can't really reduce his turn meter if he has a shield up. So that's first things first there. So yeah, I think that was a great demonstration of the value he can bring, because no one else on that team had speed down. Maybe boss would have gotten to another turn if we didn't have speed down. I don't know. I think my guys are fast enough, but still really valuable. The next boss I'm going to show you is Iron Twins Fortress. This one is a little harder than others, so if you have trouble right away as a new player, don't be super frustrated. But one thing particularly important about Stag Knight for this is if you get any buffs while the boss does not have speed down or decreased speed, he's going to get turn meter. Fills the Iron Twins turn meter by 10% whenever an enemy receives a buff. Will not fill their turn meter if they're under decreased speed. So it's very important to get speed out. He's part of my permanent Iron Twins team. To Iraq also, who I recommend, if you can, get him with a download code. Pelops is a good protector. This guy's good for damage, and they're good for damage. So we're going to do a manual again. I have confidence this is going to do well on auto. Well, Stag Knight was too fast. He went out first, didn't get the decreased speed. I could give out some buffs here, but I'm going to wait on that. Just some damage. Tuhanerak actually has speed down herself, but I want to do it with Stag Knight. So there we go. We got the speed down, so we're free from debuff removal. And I'm looking for an accuracy up. I have pretty good accuracy on my characters, so they're not getting resisted really. But here, if I didn't have the speed down, I'm passing out buffs. That would be no bueno. This guy's gonna get around to his turn really fast and make me feel the pain. So we got to back up to 3 turns. The reason it was 3 instead of 2 is one of the masteries increases your debuff duration. So you apply that on that right side tree. As long as we're not handing out buffs like candy, I think we'll be able to get another speed down. Because at each threshold, a threshold of like 75%, 50%, 25%, he dispels debuffs on himself. Oh no, 80%, 60%, and 40%. So you're constantly going to need it, which is why it's so great that it's on a default skill. And now I can pass out my buffs. I speed up my defense down. A lot of things happening if you're new to the game, but I'm just trying to demonstrate these interactions. We have speed down once. Let's try to, for one turn, let's try to expand it. It didn't work, actually, because we hit him below that threshold. Tuhanerak also has speed down. Or she's supposed to. Do we have accuracy? Increased accuracy. So, yeah. He got resisted, and he's got increased accuracy. And it's locked. So, it's like, if you get your debuff resisted, you're going to get it the next time, probably. I think defense down is a more common debuff, but speed down, quite valuable. Let's protect ourselves. And we're almost done. I can put her on auto. We've hit all the thresholds for where there's going to be the cleanse. But yeah, he is the real deal. And it's not just limited to these dungeons. I just thought these were particularly good demonstrations of the value he can bring. But really anything. I think you're starting out at a huge advantage having a character like Stag Knight. Because he's just really useful everywhere. And that was my objective. That's why I wanted him as the level 10 epic. So, I hope this helps. Hey everybody, if you're enjoying following along my Raid Shadow Legends journey and you want to play, start a new account, download the game with my link in the description or scan a QR code to receive a free Legendary Tholen Valbeard upon download. Epic Stag Knight at level 10, Epic Firekin at level 20, and to go or at level 30. It's going to change the way you play. Download my link now with my link now, and new players will get those characters. Thanks, guys. Real quick before we wrap up, other areas he's going to help you out is Bannerlords. These are faction crypts. They're tied to days of the week. You do 2 or 3 at a time. I can't do his faction crypts right now as the day of this video. Clan bosses. This is kind of like your pit raid, your hat raid from Galaxy of Heroes. He's going to be an early help. You won't always use him, but you will for a while. Cursed City. You're limited to which factions you can use. If Bannerlords is a faction, he's going to be a great option there. You want as many good units from different factions as you can. And then Grim Forest, I have him in my decks. This is a mode where you just pick, in normal mode, 20, in hard mode, like 40 or something characters that you want a chance to draw for every battle. So I have Stag Knight there. Even over a year in, even with tons of legendaries, he's still one of my favorite epics to use. So yeah, I hope this guide helps. I just wanted to branch out into explaining why I have these great units for my download. And if you want to hop into the game, be my guest. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.